area model from yesterday to help us with fraction multiplication. Now, this is going to be a large part review of yesterday's lesson because yesterday not only did we talk about the paper folding or the coloring of a model, but we also talked about how to solve multiplication problems where we just multiply straight across. And that is what today's lesson is going to be about. Getting our brains warmed up here. 3 sets of 4 coins. So if we had 3 groups and in each group had 4 coins, how many coins are there in all? 12. If we had 8 rows of 8 stamps, how many stamps in all? 64. If we had 3 bags of 12 oranges for each 3 classrooms, how many oranges are in all? Well, 3 times 12, 12, 24, 36. Now 36 times 3, some of you are scrambling to do your lattice. Let's think about it in a different way. Let's change 36 into 30. So count by 30s 3 times. 30, 60, 90. Now let's take our 6 from our 36 and multiply it by our 3 because we have 3 classrooms. 6 times 3 is 18. Add that to our total of what we already had was 90 to get 108. All right, your math message, which is on page 264, is talking about using the folding paper, or yesterday instead of demonstrating folding paper, we were drawing on the boxes. So let's go ahead and first start by doing a half here, because we're doing half of 2/3. Okay, I'm coloring it in because that is a half. And now I'm going to go ahead and do 2/3. There's my thirds. How many have both colors? Remember, we put an X on that. And we have 2 out of the 6 pieces. Remember, yesterday we talked about of is actually multiplying, and remember when we multiply fractions we multiply straight across. So 1 times 2 is 2, 3 times 2 is 6. Alright, looking at another example, 1/4 of 3/5. So let's go ahead and make our fourths here. Remember, they don't have to be straight lines, just having the right idea. Alright, I have my 1/4, and now I need 3/5, so let's get our fifths. 2 sections, 3 and 5. And we're coloring in 3 of the 5. Marking an X on where there's both colors. And that is 3 out of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times 1, 2, 3, 4, which is 20. 1 times 3 is 3. 4 times 5 is 20. 3/20. 2 different ways to get the same exact answer. Alright, your math journal pages are going to be very similar from yesterday. You can either be doing an area model, which we had been working with before, which is kind of close to that paper folding, except instead of folding paper, you're actually just drawing. Or you can be doing the multiplication rule of where we just multiply straight across. How is the paper folding similar to the area model? They're exactly the same. It has the same representation because we are folding the sections if we were actually folding it yesterday, and we're filling in those pieces. So it's 2 different ways to do the same exact thing. All right, taking a look at some examples here. I'm going to blow it up a little bit for you. All right. So taking a look at this example, we would have to write a multiplication sentence for it. Well, we could say we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections, and out of those sections, 2/5, which is represented here, and we had 1, 2, 3, 4 sections, and one of them filled in, so 1/4. 1/4 times 2/5 equals 2/20. Taking a look at another example, let's take a look at our vertical. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2/5 are filled in, and we have 1, 2, 3 sections, and one of them are filled in horizontally, and total there is 2/15 filled out. We have 2 that are cross-section out of all of the pieces that are there. Looking at another example, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 sections, so 1/4, and we're multiplying that by 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3 out of the 4 are filled out, and 1, 2, 3 are double crossed out of the entire 16. Last example, we have 1/3 filled out of the next group. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we had 7 out of the 8, and we had 7 total out of 24 that were double crossed out. All right, taking a look at a couple of these examples. I want you to pause the video as you try to work out these examples. This answer should be 3/24, which is also equal to 1/8 if you were to reduce it down. This would be 2/6, which is equal to 1/3. This is 3/8. Looking at our example here of 9/32 and 3/24 and 3/30, which is equal to also 1/10. All right, that is the end of the lesson. I know it was a quick review from yesterday. The big idea that you need to remember when multiplying fractions, you simply need to multiply straight across for both the denominator and numerator, so both your top and bottom, multiplying straight across. You do not need to get a common denominator, you just need to multiply straight across. If you remember those simple steps, you will be successful in your math journal pages. Good luck.